You are tuned into WEMS Radio, where we are bringing light back to the industry.
From sundown to sun up, nigga keep a gun tucked. Niggas talking slick on the gram, but they all buns and bums, beloved. I got it out the mud of the club. I was in the stew whipping up some grub. I'm on a different wave, glistening beats. See, I'm getting paid off my species. Switched up the game, now these niggas is weak. Speaking on the Lord name, and we ain't even meet. Taking big steps with my little old feet. 6 checks, millipede, still let my villains eat. Spray lime on the shrimp, straight grind off the strength. If it's coming across the border, taking mine off the fence. Captivating crowds while we trapping, weighing loud. I know our mama's proud while they laughing in the clouds. Big E for the effort, DE for the weapon. As of right now, I'm charging 8 G's for a session. I'm never paranoid, big barrel over there. Beat started in the summer, shit carried on for years. Let's go eat the shit, mother. It'll carry on for years. Until the beef gets cooked, streets get took. Get slept on the roof with the sheepskin look. Make it out, that's how I'ma treat this joke. I won't end up with a thief gets short. Leniency killed me, the genius in me built me. Been around the block twice, 3rd time still me. Won't be a 4th, cause the old me is torched. They didn't call out the fire, I was tired, they was still sleep, take a nap. I only ride with niggas who made it back. That don't happen often, they lack precautions, you can't adapt. My bitch is spinning roots, hitting in the loops of her favorite raps. Highway, Friday, Sunday, we getting straight to that. Yeah, history repeats. To stand in my corner, you gotta sit with me at least. Cause I'm the defendant and you the witness in the seat. Silly me, as long as I could kill it if it bleeds. You won't get away, I won't let it happen. Don't tell me an answer that you was better asking. They won't last forever, I'm everlasting. Forever trapped in. Until the beef gets cooked, streets get took. Get slept on the roof with the sheepskin look. Make it out, that's how I'ma treat this joke. I won't end up with a thief gets put. Look.
Hey,
so hypothetically.
Yo, we here. You already know it's the spot, y'all. It's Thursday. It's go time. And you know, I always forget to introduce myself because I get caught up. But I'm going to do it in the DJ Shawn recognized fashion. I told your girl to tell a friend to tell a friend. Now I got both of them sending me booty shots in my DM. It's your boy Prophet Pete, y'all.
Woo! We on fire this week, boy. And of course, you know it's your boy Shawn recognized. I'm gonna let Prophet Pete have that spotlight this week. That was beautiful, brother. I had a tear in my eye right here.
Yo, that was like pure DJ Shawn recognized fashion, bro.
Beautiful. It was beautiful, man. Man.
Yo, shout out to the homie, bro. Fetty Stacks, man, in the building. Always
Stacks in the building.
Yo, so we definitely we sitting at New York, out your way, bro. Yo, for real, man. Yo, it's another week. It's a little wild. It's a little crazy.
Selection time.
Yo, we got a lot of stuff going on right now, man. A lot of stuff going on. This election is a little bananas, though.
Yeah, man. Shouts out to all the people out there in the streets. You know what I'm saying? You know, once the election is over, the numbers go down. Shouts out to the game.
For real. Like, yo, it's wild because, one thing I realized, I'm not a news watcher, so right. I don't watch the news.
Right.
And I'm like,
you're talking about everybody else. People, you get your information from the internet or, whatever platform that you're watching, that you watch frequent, enough. That's probably where you get your news from.
Yeah, but I swear to you, after election day, going into yesterday, election was Tuesday, yesterday, And I was watching the news today, like legit watching the news. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Because one thing that I saw was that, regardless of, what we went through in the last 4 years, right? We we all went through Donald Trump being president, the COVID-19 joint, and somehow, some way, regardless of how or what was going on, as a country, we all dealt with it differently.
Yes, sir.
Showed that, and it showed that with those red and those blue states.
Yeah.
It's like certain things are popping up, and then I realized, I'm like, yo, I truly believe why we have all the drama that we have here, because we're not all going through the same thing in the same way.
Yep. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Our situations, although we might be dealing with the same entity, may it be the presidency or may it be COVID-19, it's hitting everybody different. So their responses and their outlook is totally different.
There it is, right there.
Perspective is different.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's what they say, the elephant in the room. It's your perspective on things from where you sit or where you stand. If the well off and the people that are comfortable and the people that were up before the pandemic hit, you know what I mean, more than likely they probably still up right now. But poor people that were struggling, people that was living check to check, people that was 2 checks away, 3 checks away from being homeless is, shit is real right now, and it's not like you say, it's hitting different. It's hitting everybody differently, and I guess it's hard to. I guess I want to say sympathetic. I guess it's hard to understand the circumstances of somebody who may not be in your tax bracket, because you're not living that life. You're not working with you got a bigger bag of chips to work with than this person right here, so you may not understand it. It's unfathomable to you. You can't even wrap your head around the fact that they're struggling for this reason and that reason, because some people need help. And when that $600 was coming in every week from that unemployment, it was a whole lot of help, and people was able to survive and make it and pay the rent and make their way and do things. Yeah, so now it's a different ball game, man. You got a lot of people who were up, and
like that was what it was, $600 additional a week, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Additional, yeah. So
a week.
Weekly. So if you were getting, say you were maxed out, I think the max is like probably around 400, maybe a little bit better than that. So you say, let's say four and change. So you getting 4 and change plus
state you live in.
Depending on what state you live in, true.
New York is 400.
Yeah, it's like 438 or some bullshit like that. But you're getting the max, and then you're getting an extra 600 on top of that. That's a G a week to sit at home. Now, whereas, yeah, to those that want to criticize the system and criticize the plight of people who, like I said, are not in their tax bracket, it may seem like it's free money. And maybe you may think, they're just being lazy. They're sitting at home getting that money. To some people, that's survival. You know what I mean? To some people, that's food on the table. To some people, that's their rent paid. To some people, that's their power bill and their water bill and their, child care or whatever the case may be. It's all of those bills paid, car notes and, things like this. So, I don't know, man. It boggles my mind how, I'm looking at the map and a lot of the map is turned red, and it's showing support for a man who was comfortable with allowing damn near 250,000 people dying from something that could have been dealt with a lot better. You feel me? And I feel like this, and I had this conversation with some coworkers. Um, you know, if you want to be racist, you know, you hate blacks, you hate Asians, you hate Jews, you hate whoever. You feel me? Be that as it may. Do your thing. But what about just being for life? You understand what I mean? Period. How about just being concerned with life? This man did not look out for American lives. Period. It shouldn't be a partisan thing. It shouldn't be a Democrat Republican thing. It shouldn't be a color thing. It shouldn't even be an economical thing. From a money standpoint, I'm not going to worry about those who are less fortunate than me. It should just be a life thing. You should just want people to live. And I think as a people, when we stop caring about each other's lives, I mean, just life in general, then we have a major screw loose in society. You know what I mean? And like I said, just looking at that map and how much of that map is turning red, and I'm just thinking to myself, you guys are supporting somebody who really doesn't care if you live or you die at the end of the day, as long as his agenda is met. You feel me? And that's what bothers me, B. That's what bothers me looking at this whole thing.
And I just looking at it, like I was very curious, right? They said
Yeah.
curiosity killed the cat.
Facts.
I was super curious. I'm like, yo, there's no like Biden should win by a landslide. Like it shouldn't even be a question
Yeah.
because of a lot of the things that you mentioned, right? When now I gotta say, right? You gotta recognize real or somebody that's keeping it real and 100.
He said recognize.
Right? Because what they were saying in the news and a lot of stuff about 45
Yeah.
is that he's always stood true to what he's done. So
Right.
I'm standing on this pedestal. I'm not going to lean to the left on this joint. I'm not going to lean to the right. I'm letting you know what my views are. I'm going to keep it 100 with you, and boom. And him being a businessman, right? And do a lot of the stuff that he does, he knows how to target an audience. He has those people around him that know how to target certain people, right?
It's
So
showmanship. It's the being in the public eye, being a performer, being a reality TV star.
right. So he knows how to put. He got those actors and stuff. Like some people say, I'm hoping I'm not getting this wrong right now. But Ronald Reagan was an actor, right?
Yes,
He was
absolutely right.
a
Yes.
politician and all that. Some people say, yo, he was the greatest president. That nigga was shucking and jiving on that podium for y'all every time he stood up there. Because those
Yeah.
words weren't his. He was reading scripts. Like that's what it was. And people was like, yo, we need you to say this to target this people. But Donald Trump be running on his own script sometimes. Just like
He go
I know
off script.
he just I'm Donald Trump. I got money. Are you serious? And I'm the president. I'm gonna say XYZ and ABC. Right?
He gonna
That's
he
Donald
gonna
Trump.
he gonna add on what he wants at the end. To try to make it look like it's all one cohesive thought.
There ain't no cohesiveness in none of this.
No
Now,
cohesiveness in that dome of his.
right. So mind you, right? What blew my mind
Mm-hmm.
was that he was able to take Florida, right?
Right.
And gain the Latino vote.
Yeah,
Right?
that was crazy. That was crazy.
That
But you know why though? You know why though?
No, I know why. I understood it. Me and Jay Nicole was having a conversation yesterday about it. And then they was talking about it on the news yesterday. Like there was a lot of people that didn't believe it. And when I sit there and analyze everything that was said, I I'm like, he did his thing with that advertiser. Like, if it had to, if he was getting $1 off of that advertisement for that particular advertisement that he done, like he done increased his wealth by a lot because he identified Biden, right, as a socialist. Right now, we know Biden is not a socialist.
Right. That's correct.
He's not a socialist, but he identified him as a socialist in an area where we have a lot of Latino refugees that are running away from socialism. So it's like, yo, you throw that word, then the advertisements had Latin music playing in the background. So now he's plucking at your heartstrings, the stuff that you listen to, and he's like, don't mess with him. He's a socialist. But my
Exactly.
dude, you know you built the whole wall, and we got orphans created by you. Like, and then creating subdivisions within the Latino community is what he did very well. But
Division. That's again.
right, it divide and conquer, as they always say. Right, I divide everyone. I eliminate the power. I'm able to do what I need to do because they don't want to rock with each other because I showed them how much they were different, and they can't even realize how they are the same.
Absolutely.
Yo,
Absolutely.
they even brought Puerto Ricans into the mix, right? Puerto Ricans are U.S. citizens, right?
That's a fact.
So, coming from Puerto Rico, being born in Puerto Rico, you automatically a U.S. citizen. Boom, you good to go, right? Puerto Ricans are like, what? Well, that got nothing to do with me. There was a news reporter that was like, Puerto Ricans are oblivious to a lot of the stuff that affects the Latino community. They don't even understand it. Yo, shout out to Big Fever, yo. Nothing but love, bro. Yo, and right now, yo, y'all better be counting those votes right in Nevada right now because we do not need a situation where 45 win this joint. So you might have to make some phone calls for the kid. All right, yo, I appreciate you, Fav. Yo, but yo, I definitely love the platform that we rocking with right now. I love how we can just pull that up and it pops up on the screen. So I just love it. But shit, I lost my train of thought.
Puerto Rico, but I was gonna tell you that it's how soon we forget. You feel me? When a hurricane hit, and you know what I'm saying, he wasn't sending no aid, and then when he finally did send the aid, and he goes down there to like visit, survey the damage or whatever the case may be. You remember him throwing paper towels at the fucking press conference and people in the crowd, and let's not forget
Right?
he wanted to trade goddamn Puerto Rico for fucking Greenland or some shit at one time. Remember that?
Right, but he's still trying to sell Puerto Rico off. That's
Yeah,
no
but
bullshit.
this is the bullshit. How
Shout out
can
to Big Fev. He said he on it. He about to hit up his people. We gonna get those votes counted correct. See,
bong
that's
bong?
what I'm talking about. The power of the spot, bro. That's what it is. This is what's going on.
So how can you want a people to vote for you that you was basically not giving a fuck, a few months back? You know what I mean? People sometimes forget the past, man, and they say if you what's the saying? If you don't know your history, then you doomed to repeat it. You know
And
what I mean?
right now, there is so much that we're repeating. Like it's sad because I don't think that I've been around that long. And me and you are very close in age, so I don't even think you've been around that long. But we're seeing a lot of history repeating itself, like where stuff was happening every 100 or 200 years. Like this is happening every 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Like we're reliving stuff that you can remember. Like I've seen things that I can remember from my childhood probably 20 times over to this day.
Yep.
And it's just crazy because if I could tell a group of people that came from socialism, yo, he's a socialist, and you turn on that person, right? Just that quick. I tell, like, he's still trying to sell off Puerto Rico. Like, he's still trying to get rid of Puerto Rico. Like, trust and believe, Puerto Rico could be gone. We could be, as they would say, a third world country real quick as soon as we don't got that U.S. backing.
Yeah.
I will never forget the dude from Dominican Republic, right? My boy.
Kalo
Right?
K, I'm a Dominican massive.
Huh?
I said Kalo K, all my Dominican massive.
Que lo que, di lo que es, and ya tu sabes, that's them, right? And they got all those things. It's fucking cool. Yo, shout out to the Dominican culture. That mangú with that fried cheese. Fire,
Woo!
bro. Fire,
That
fire,
mofongo, baby.
fire. But he did some shit to me one day, and he's like, yo, what's this? And I'm like, yo, I have no idea what you're talking about. He's like, what's this?
Yeah.
And I'm like, huh? Like, I was literally confused, bro. When I tell you, literally, right? I'm a New York Rican, born here, raised here. I'm a typical Puerto Rican that was born in New York.
Right.
Understand Spanish, can't speak the shit.
Right.
Don't ask me nothing about Puerto Rico. All I can tell you is that
true New Yorican.
Right, for real.
Yeah.
And he's like, you see this right here? In Puerto Rico, this is the American flag. This is the Puerto Rican flag. And I was like, wow. Like, I didn't even know I couldn't even respond. Because it's like they buried our culture. Right? And it was like, but the only reason why we got taken over the way that we did by the United States of America was a very pretty way of slavery.
Yeah.
So it was Puerto Rico means rich port. Right? So where we was, the translation for Puerto Rico is rich port. So we were in that ideal place where we were able to import and export a lot of goods from where we were.
Gotcha.
Right? So, of course, we were taken over by the Spaniards and they brought over the African slaves and we had a lot of things like that going on in Puerto Rico. But we forget that history. We forget it. Like, I went there and I absorbed that history, and I'm like, yo, there's a lot of culture that we forget, and understanding where we come from will prevent us from making a lot of these mistakes.
And it's not by accident. You know, it's not a coincidence that happens with a lot of minority cultures, let's call it, that comes here, and it's systematic, brother. I mean, it's only if you see something happening over and over again, that's a cycle. You know what I mean? That's not a coincidence. You feel me? So it's just like, they try to strip the Puerto Rican of their culture. They try to strip the, African of his culture, to where your kids and your kids' kids and their kids eventually get so assimilated to European culture that it's a lost cause. They don't even, they're Puerto Rican, they got Puerto Rican blood, but what do they know about themselves?
They don't know.
It's systematic, man. It's systematic.
Right. Like, we'll sit there and we'll pump this European culture down your throat and give you guys maybe 2-3 months out of the year, right? If we're talking about we got Black History Month, right? The shortest month on the calendar. Like, even Latino Heritage Month. This year it was, it's Latino Heritage Month. They announcing this shit in the middle of the month. And I'm like, oh, so y'all gave us 2 weeks this year. That's all we got.
Now they have a Gay Pride Month also. Don't know if you know about this.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
This
Here,
was news to me. When I found out about it, I was like, okay, didn't
yeah,
get that fire.
right. But in the meantime, they only giving you one day to really celebrate, show your ass, and go to fuck home. Right? That's what they're really doing. Because even when we have the West Indian Day parade and things like that, is what 1, maybe 2 days that they allow us to be ourselves. Right? It's them allowing us. If we did it any time outside of that, it's a problem.
Right. That's a fact.
So, I heard something that really disturbed me, right? And it was the worst day I ever dealt with while I was on American soil supersedes. It doesn't even hold a candle to my best day from the country I came from. So they're dictating how we're supposed to feel about what we escaped from or what we put through. It's like America, make America great again. The slogan of doing that, brainwashing individuals. You say something enough times, people are gonna start to believe it. It doesn't matter where they're from.
That's Trump's whole game plan, brother.
Shout out
Shameless plug in the building.
Here, Brooklyn. I ain't from Brooklyn, but I got to say Brooklyn a little bit too much.
That's his whole no, you can never say too much, bro. There's never too much, bro. But yeah, that's his whole MO, if he says a lie enough times, he thinks that the people will believe it. And sadly, it's true for a lot of people. I mean, look at the numbers right now, of the votes and everything. These are people that are believing his bullshit.
And the crazy part about it is, you don't pay attention till you realize that stuff is really affecting you, right?
Right.
That stuff is really hitting you crazy. Now it's Brooklyn all day. You know what? I'm about to ban you, the plug. I'm about to ban you, bro. But there's shit. What the hell is going on? See, there's too much stuff going on. I forgot what the hell I was saying.
And you not even smoking.
No, I don't. The crazy part is I don't. So, crap. I really forgot.
Well, I think that warrants a musical break.
Yeah. We're gonna take this quick break. When we come back, we gonna talk more about Jay-Z's freaking new venture, right? As Jada Cole said it. Jada Cole said he's a billionaire. He's trying to be a trillionaire. And I'm like, yeah, pretty much. But I think he got insider trader information behind that shit. But, let's do it, bro.
This is The Spot with your host, Prophet Pete and DJ Shawn Recognize.
Pay attention to the wordplay,
give y'all a little of that pain. RJ, that is.
It didn't take long for me to drop that A-bomb. Cocaine built for them Cuban links. I'm Raekwon, Fei Long, a twisted acorn. Straight 8 long, Ray Dawn Chong, blowing color purple, the tape on. Superman without the cape on. Avon, Blocksdale, I throw a cocktail and bunch of acorn. Fucking stay on, sucker hate on. Russian K on, tripod is big enough to fucking lay on. Now listen, I'm on the west side with my gun raised. My Derringer be smoking hot, who trying sunbathe? Catch you front stage, nigga, jump brave. Double pump gauge, leave your front page. Whipping work, I'm a triple beamer. Paid in full, this is Ace once he quit the cleaners. I'm about to whip the beamer, fuck a misdemeanor. Benate Twada, 45 and her sister Nina. Butcher like Benny with the apron on. Machete blade long as a Jamaican song. This the work that they've been waiting on. I'm trafficking the work, my navigation on. See, this that hellified Griselda vibe. Cocaine, gun shells, and formaldehyde. Shout my nigga Mel, I've been well advised. Drop a bomb on you, watermelon size. Mine stainless and my grind dangerous. I be speaking with my hands, I know sign language. Never mind famous, I define heinous. Trench coat, Columbine, got my 9 painted. Pain, got a special magazine on it. Brick of hard white with Vaseline on it. I saw the lane open, had the scheme on it. Welcome to the drum line, my whole team on it. Tan butter, leave him comatose. Last fiend drop dead from an overdose. Over the bread, I let the toaster smoke. Now your soul can float with the Holy Ghost. Ladder clip, them bitches come with 30. Nigga, my hammer clean, but the money dirty. Wings on the brick, I had to cut the birdie. I'm handing out plates like I'm cutting turkey. You probably don't even understand that type of talk, nigga. When I say, matter of fact, if you don't know, then you just won't know. The game is to be sold and not to be told.
Talking about real bars here. This is what we
Cocaine
about.
Talk Volume 2, motherfucker.
RJ.
Oh yeah. My nigga Melectricity laced me with this motherfucker, man. Hey man, when you get this shit back, my nigga, throw that shit on for West Side and them. Let them niggas ride out to this shit. Bang!
This is one DJ you don't want to fuck with.
Never that. Shawn recognized. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Yo,
Bars.
no, that
Bars.
yo, those couple of days that we came back, I heard the bars, I heard the beat. Got a lot of stuff I want to talk about now. Yo,
Yeah.
4-5, I don't think you're gonna be 4-6. So you might
Shout
need to
out to
deal
Kanye
with that.
West because he got 60,000 votes, 40,000 votes, something like that. Shouts out to him. Coon, yeah.
Yo, you know what? To even get voted for, like that's real talk. Like in the presidential election, like you had almost 100,000 people vote for you. That's what's up.
All
Right.
to all 59,000 because he was the 60th. To all 59,000, all of y'all. Y'all need to just smack yourselves.
Yeah.
Hard, like Debo's in front of you.
Yeah, for real. Like for real. Like he took your bike and knocked you out. Like for real. That's the way you really need to do yourself. But yo, now, you know, we always hear, you know, these little statements about, you know, what the Rock stands for, throwing your diamonds up. That's more of a Illuminati thing.
Supposedly.
Right.
Allegedly.
Supposedly, or whatever, right? We're not sitting there and saying, yo, that's what it is. But Jay-Z, right?
Yeah.
We talk about the rapper Jay-Z. Millionaire extraordinaire.
You know Jay-Z.
just in case, like they might have to Google it.
In case you didn't hear me.
Jay-Z has decided he is going to venture in to the cannabis business. Right? So
wait, hold on. We got to do that. Hold on. We got to do that right. Say it one more time.
So Jay-Z has decided to venture in to the cannabis business. Now, you think about it, right? During this election, after November 2nd, I probably read this article probably 2-3 days before the whole situation that this news came about. I read the article, right? He has a cannabis line where he's dealing with cultivators that are actually growing this stuff, coming up with his own strands.
Oh, you know it. You know it.
Right? And the cannabis line is called Monogram. Right? That is the name of the brand, Monogram. Now, not for nothing.
Be on the lookout.
Wordplay alone, monogram. It's like, yo, I want to know what that is.
What that
Like-
shit is all about.
Like monogram? What
Mm.
is that? Like, it's like one of those words that is not too long, but is complex enough to make you think a little bit. And I think weed smokers definitely think a lot, especially when they get high. Like they
yeah.
be analyzing shit.
Yeah,
So,
motherfucking rocket scientists.
so I'm like, yo, this is one of those things that I think that we really have to focus on, because this is almost, to me, it looks like insider trading at its finest, right? He knew that, yo, they was about to legalize marijuana in certain places, right?
Right.
So he knew a lot of this was going to come about after November 2nd, right? November 2nd was election day, right? Or was that November 3rd?
November 3rd. Mhm.
Right? So November 3rd was election day. He already knew. He drops the article. Next thing you know, legalize weed in New Jersey. He
from Brooklyn.
He from Brooklyn.
That's
Less than 10 miles from the tunnels and the bridges.
right,
Right? Because we know Manhattan is only 5 miles.
yes,
Right?
sir.
We got Brooklyn that's right there. And he from Marcy, son.
Yes,
So-
sir.
So you talking about he's like 5.5 miles from the bridges and some change, right? Got his own product line that he's about to drop. He got the money to open it up in places
Yes, sir.
that people that got a little bit of money probably couldn't afford, but he gonna do it just because. So now he go back to his original. We were talking about cycles, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He found a way to get back in the drug game.
He became a billionaire just so he could get back in the game.
Just to sell drugs again.
Just when you thought it was safe, you trying to leave, somebody keep pulling me back in.
Oh my!
My gosh! Look at that, man. You can take the
Yo.
burrow out of the boy, but you can take the boy out of the burrow, but you can't take the burrow out of the boy.
Facts. And hopefully no bad things happen to him in the borough, because we would have to say pause after that.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man. Look, if I was sitting on a little piece of change, brother, get a dispensary right about now. Everybody get a dispensary after this, because I know y'all gonna hear this and be like, "Oh, word." Yo, man, just make sure you send the care package to the spot. You feel me?
Yeah, we got the address on deck. So it's very important that you guys understand what's going on right now, right?
Mhm.
Things are moving in a direction that we wouldn't even phantom, right? So if we go back,
did you say phantom, nigga, or did you say fathom? I'll drink to that.
I don't know, but I heard that bottle pop. Fathom, right?
Yeah.
Let's go with the fathom one, right? This sounds a little more educated, less intoxicated, more educated.
Good, I'm with you.
Right? So if we look at it, right, history repeating itself, right?
Yeah.
They use hemp and things like that back in history to make paper and sails for boats. That's how a lot of the slaves got here, right? Because they was using hemp to build sails for ships.
Yeah.
And now we're at a point where they found its purpose. If you look at the history, cannabis, hemp, and all those things, somehow they all correlate. They mesh. The stories mesh, right?
Yeah.
When we figure out a use for something, we utilize it. And nowadays, it's more about the money aspect, how to tax it, right? They couldn't figure out how to tax certain things, just like they did liquor, right? Liquor, people will bootleg a liquor in their cribs, in the basement of their house, in their backyards,
Speakeasy.
right?
Yeah.
Now, if we legalize it, now we take a lot of that away. Nobody want the stuff you can run a car off of because they want to keep their esophagus every time they drink. So we take away that. We give them a less potent product, but they can still get it readily. Right? When they want, they go to the store, and then they drop these stores in the hood, right?
Yeah.
The whole project situation. 1 block radius, 4 liquor stores. There's only 4 corners to a square, but we got 4 liquor stores.
You better believe it.
So we target
right next to the check cashing spot.
Right. So when you come out, you go right to the liquor store.
Walk out. Don't even gotta leave the block. Right into the liquor store. Get that bottle.
I'm telling you.
That's
And it's just the way the situations operate. Wild, crazy. It's so blatant and so out there. If we sat back for a minute,
yeah,
and looked at the whole entire situation, we're living in their project, the thing, the situation that they created to see if we can survive. That's why they fear us so much, by the way, because they put us in predicaments that they probably couldn't see a positive outcome. And then they see positive outcomes out of those situations that they put us in. And they're like, oh my goodness, we need to call in the troops. We need to prepare because they're resilient. And that's what we are.
Oh yeah.
If you look at
the best at making something out of nothing. The best.
Right. And that's what it is. Just the wild and craziest thing for me. I think that it's just so crazy. And that's why we have all this, law enforcement on minority crime. Because they're so afraid of what'll happen next. So they're like, yo, if you can't breathe, you can't speak. If I take your life, there is no witness. There are these things. And it's like, I just eliminated someone that can be better than me or overcome the situation I put myself in.
Did you see what happened with the young dude in Texas? When the police pulled up on him, and I guess in his house there, it was in front of his house. So
no.
Basically, I'm trying to get the young man's name put up here. Oh, come on, computer. Don't start bullshitting now. Okay, here we go. Ezekiel Rayford. Shirts, Texas. That's the name of the place. Shirts, SCH, like Hertz with an SC in the beginning. Shirts, Texas. Was tased by the police basically at his front door.
Oh, while he was calling his pops.
Yeah, you saw the video.
Yeah, I seen the video. I seen the video, and I'm like, yo, this is wild, crazy. And they're like, I don't like the video didn't do any justice to what actually was going. Like, I was confused. I just saw somebody run up to a door and they calling for their parent. Then the cops run up on them, and then next thing you know, they pull a taser, and they like, your son is under arrest. And I'm like, what the hell?
Well, what got me was this. First of all, I'm gonna say this, and this is, what I'm saying, a lot of people are gonna be like, Shawn, what the fuck you talking about? The young man shouldn't have ran like he did. That's number one. I will say that. You know what I mean? I understand he was scared. I understand he felt like, shit, if I could just get to my pops or, get to the front door, I'll be safe. You feel me? You're a black man in America. You ain't even safe but on the other side of your front door. You feel me? You could be sitting there eating ice cream and somebody could come in your crib and kill you. It's been proven already. You feel me? So he should have just tried to, be calm and approach that situation a little bit differently. I will say that. Now, having said that, obviously they pulled up on him for something. Maybe he was speeding. Maybe he was swerving. I don't know, but I'm quite sure that once they found out it was a young black kid in a nice neighborhood, it looked like it was a decent neighborhood, they're going to fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna treat him differently. If it was because believe me, if it was a young white kid that they had pulled up on like that, and he would have ran to his front door, the female officer wouldn't have been kneeing him while he was down on the ground already, whether he was resisting or not. They wouldn't have tased him after he was already down on the ground, whether he was resisting arrest or not. You understand what I'm saying? And they wouldn't have threatened his father when he opened the door to assess the situation. And his son is outside screaming, "Dad, Dad!" Obviously, it can't be anything good on the other side of that door. So when he came through, you know what I'm saying? If he came through with the ratty in his hand and just started letting off, he would have had every right. You feel what I'm saying? He don't know what's going on. His son is in distress, and we are protectors and providers, so he gonna go and protect. You feel me? But then that would have been a whole another,
That's a whole other situation.
situation a la Breonna Taylor, a la, whomever else you want to put on the line of the victim.
And and it's like we've seen so many of these things. It's hard to remember all the incidents, right? But you know how these incidents keep popping up on social media, right? We had the young gentleman in Philly that was just recently killed, probably about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
We had the protests and the riots, but there was a young child that during the George Floyd situation, she was speaking because this happened before George Floyd, and there was a call in to law enforcement saying that there was an armed robbery.
Right.
They stopped these two kids.
Mm-hmm.
They was about to search them. The young kid, basically, they said he was carrying. He never pulled a gun.
Mm-hmm.
He never did anything like that.
Did they ever find it?
Before they could touch him or whatever it was, he ran off. He got shot in the back.
Damn.
Now, he didn't pull a gun. He didn't point it or nothing like that. The gentleman that got killed in Georgia in the Wendy's parking lot, he got shot for pulling the taser. They said it was justified because he resisted arrest and then took the officer's taser and fired the taser at the officer. So that's why it was okay for them to shoot him. Right? We're still waiting for, the legal proceedings behind that. But for us, it's shoot first, ask questions later.
No, not just shoot first, but shoot to kill, and then ask questions. We'll clean it up later.
Right, and it's like
not just shoot. We know they're trained. They got to go to the range and learn how to shoot their service revolver or whatever. They got. Yeah, exactly. You got to qualify. So that's one of your requirements. So I know you know how to maim and not kill, but you choose. It's a choice that you make. A conscious decision that you make when you take those lives. You don't see the same numbers in with the other side and the other community. In your community, you don't see that.
No, it's very different.
And
I've know you've seen a target at a gun range, right?
Yes, sir. Helped build one time.
Right. So you have those situations, right? Mm-hmm. If you're looking at the average man or even above average target, right? From the waist up, you're looking at about 5-6 feet of what they're displaying in front of you. You were taught to shoot center mass, which is probably a couple of maybe 3x3, 4x4. So we're talking about 4 inches by 4 inches, right? You're taught to shoot center mass to pierce the heart, right? Because regardless of what we was taught when we was in elementary school, put your right hand over your heart. Your heart is not on the left. Your heart is
in the middle, almost in the middle of your chest. Yeah,
it's just slightly over to the left. So that's why they say put your hand over your left side of your chest.
Anybody that's ever used as a kid, probably when the doctor let you listen to your heart as a kid, you see where he put that stethoscope. Tells you right there. Yep, almost in the middle of the chest. Bong bong.
Right. So he just slides it over a little bit. Like it's not in the middle. He just slides it over a little bit. He don't want to listen to the bone. He won't listen to the heart. So he slides it over like maybe an inch over from the middle of your chest. So they're taught to hit those targets like boom, boom, boom. And that's what it is. But it's real easy to shoot somebody in the leg.
Yeah.
Leg is a lot bigger than that center mass of your chest.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot bigger. It's half your body.
But like I said, it's a choice. It's a choice that they make.
Yeah, it's wild and crazy. I don't even I don't understand it. We need to understand as people is that we're always going to be targets because we're resilient. We have, I can't remember where the town is, and I want to say it's in Georgia where we have bought. They're basically right now they're trying to recreate
Freedom, Georgia.
Right, Freedom, Georgia. Recreate Tulsa, Oklahoma. Right? Tulsa, Oklahoma, where that was the first attack on U.S. soil by Americans. Right? That was the first time that Americans attacked America. Like it was to destroy this community.
Black Wall Street. They called it.
Right, the Black Wall Street. Again, this is going back to where we spoke on those things that we are resilient, we are able to overcome so many things, and we are creative, and we're so resilient that it doesn't matter what you put in front of us, we're gonna find a way around it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It doesn't matter how much you suppress us, we're going to survive, right? Because that survival instinct kicks in.
You got to turn sandcastles into pyramids, baby. You know how it is.
Yeah. So I just hope that my kids or my grandkids or my great grandkids don't have to sit there and hear about a repeat of Black Wall Street. That would be scary because by the time I get to my great grandkids, hopefully I'm still around, might not be, but you know, I think that is scary because, like, again, history repeats itself. People get fed up, they're gonna do something. It's like, yo, you know what? You don't rock with us, we gonna do this. We let y'all have your trailer parks, your meth labs, your Wall Street, you're controlling the money, your businesses, the city environment, and all that. Yo, just let us chill over here, man. Leave us alone.
I was just gonna say that, man. You know, some people have a very hard time just leaving shit the fuck alone. You know, it's the easiest thing to do, but for some, it's just the hardest. You know, just to mind your business and leave everybody else the fuck alone. You'd be surprised how much shit you can stay out of, but they just can't do it, man.
Yo, shout out to everybody that's watching on the tube. Shout out to everybody that's watching on the book. Yo, we definitely love the support. We appreciate y'all. Yo, make sure you
tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yo, tell a friend to tell a friend. And don't be mad when she sent me those booty pics in my DM. I'm just saying. You heard? It's your boy Prophet. I think I worked a whole like 15 minutes on that like 2 days ago.
Oh yeah.
Like, I swear to you, I was like, yo, I gotta come with something correct this week. I can't talk about, I don't eat street meat. I think I said that like 3, 4, 5 times. Yo, Jamila Nicole talking about shaking my head. Yo, shout out for the comment though. I appreciate you. Right? Nothing but love there. Nothing but love all day.
5 minutes to the hour. I'm gonna hit y'all with one, then we're gonna come right back and get ready because we're gonna have to
come right back. We hopefully our guests is here. We're gonna chop it up, do what we do.
All right.
DJ Shawn recognized. Shawn Wild.
This is the spot with your host, Prophet Pete and DJ Shawn
You are
Recognized.
tuned into WEMS Radio, where we are bringing light back to the industry. Hey, that probably take.
Yeah,
Mike Mixer is in the building.
yeah.
A little something different.
Yeah, nigga, I need a thick bitch, nice whip. Nigga, how I pull up, big pockets, rack A's, look like they did push up. Outfit, Rick James, nigga, check my fashion. All black, Rap Simmons, did that shit on accident. Smoke big, by myself, don't think I'm a pass shit. Hit the hole, you can have it, already had the bitch. Real diamonds, white gold, we don't wear no frauds and shit. Hit my phone, ain't talking money, ain't got no time to bother with it. Everything I do it big, B.I.G. Everything I drive, I push the button, ain't got a key. No cap, and every bitch I fuck, I never trick, I hit her free. Yeah, talking about a license out, I text the bitch, please, dead. First thing first, where my money? And second thing, girl, where you been? You always out, bullshit. That's why I'm fucking with your friend. Bitch, I'm a pimp. Yeah, did you hear me? Bitch, I'm a pimp. Yeah.
Shouts out to all
Bitch, I'm a
Half
pimp.
a mil in my SS, Rose, big checks. Nosy niggas be telling things, fuck around, get hit next. Rolex on Monday, Cartier on Tuesday, Rolls Royce on Wednesday. Your bitch chose to choose me. Money fast, I count slow. 100 bands for the outro. Real nigga don't name drop. Throw it up if you bout yours. Every gun that's 60 rounds. Every month blow 6 pounds. Miami bitch give good head. Only time I'm sitting down. Fat boy gon' stand up. Real nigga gon' man up. Broke nigga still talk cheap. Little nigga ain't said nothing. 2 bands on my shoes, boy. I don't know how you move, boy. Young nigga still kill free. I fuck made you a dude, boy.
First thing first, where my money? And second thing, girl, where you been? You always out, bullshit. That's why I'm fucking with your friend. Bitch, I'm a pimp. Yeah. Did you hear me?
certified.
Bitch, I'm a pimp. Yeah. Did you hear me? Bitch, I'm a pimp.
Yeah.
Pimp by blood, not relation.
Yo,
Recognize.
I tell you, I think my father was like born a pimp. He was always on his pimp shit, at the pimp hat, at the
Yeah.
pimp suit jacket, at the pimp suit. Always came through, and I'm like, yo, this thing just extra fly. Like I don't even understand
My
how
dad
it
had
so fly.
my dad had a pimp voice. You know, I remember the first time. This is a true story. I remember the first time he told me he loved me. He never actually said the words, but I had just bought my first car. You know what I'm saying? All on my own and shit. And I called him when we was talking, and I said, so I had mentioned something about the car. I think I had to get tires or some shit. So I was like, all right, Daddy, I gotta go. I gotta get some tires on the car. He said, what kind of car you got? I said, I got a what did I tell him? I said I got a DeVille, right? I didn't say the brand. I said I got a DeVille. He said, the Cadillac. I said, yeah. He said, he said, he said, chip off the old block. And right there in that moment, he was telling me he loved me, but he never actually said he loved me. But that was it right there.
Yo,
So yeah,
but you know what? Yo, you got to take it the way you get it. No lie. Um, I realized that there's so many different.
shouts out to James Capital. Salute, love you,
Yo,
Dad.
salute. We we get it the way they give it. We don't understand it at the time, but when you sit there and you look back on it, you can comprehend what the meaning was behind certain
Yeah,
things.
yeah. Sometimes you don't get until you're a little older.
Yeah, and you know, the older you get, the more you understand because you understand life, and it's just crazy to me. It's crazy. Um, I think that one thing we need to truly understand and what we've seen throughout the current events, throughout history, and all that is we tend to focus on the devil that we know, and never try to look for that situation that is more positive for us. Um, and of course, the election is what we seen, right? Everybody, Donald Trump, they know what he's going to do. I'm gonna vote for him because I don't know what Biden going to do. We
So what
tend
you
to
think
take
about your boy?
we take that
What you
into
think about your boy?
relationships. We take that into the us leaving a job that we hate. We take that into even situations that we know will fulfill us, but we're so used to the norm, the getting that check, the dealing with the people that we deal with. We know, yo, I get up on Tuesday, I know what I'm gonna deal with on Tuesday. I go to work on Thursday, I know what I'm gonna deal with on Thursday. You know, I
Right.
could deal with that. I can't deal with the unknown. So we really need to take, you know, the situations for what they were and realize that these are not the situations we getting into. And I could tell you, um, by example, by life experience, right? I could get so caught up in something that happened that I'm real cautious of what I'm doing next
Right.
because I'm worried about what can happen. But then that's that fear acronym, right? False evidence appearing real, right?
Uh,
So,
that's that's 45 MO right there too.
right,
The fear
it's
campaign.
oh, you came from socialism, yo, I'm gonna exploit that, right?
Everything,
You
man.
came from
Everything.
land,
Oh, they're gonna say, oh, he's gonna come and raise your taxes and take your guns away, and and it's gonna be all kind of anarchy and crime and rioters, and Antifa and all of that bullshit.
but meanwhile, you using code words to put the militia on standby. Like
Uh, tell
I don't
them.
even get it. Like you're putting
Speaking
the
of
militia
stand,
on standby.
speaking of standby, shouts out to Lil Wayne. He's standing by his damn self after his chick left him. I heard because he was in
Was
trouble.
it
Or
because he voted?
that just a rumor, huh?
Did he vote for 5 and then she's like, yo, I can't rock with you. I gotta go.
Yeah, I heard. That's what I heard. I don't know, man. It could just be a rumor, but of course, he's snowing. So that's why he's supporting. He's snowing. He's
Right.
snowing.
Right. And it's funny. I seen just speaking about Lil Wayne real quick, right?
Oh
Real talk,
boy.
no lie. That was I seen a meme, right? So the internet is undefeated.
Right,
The
of course.
internet is undefeated. And they were
Yep.
like, yo, he talking about he a Trump supporter and
Yep.
he don't want to mess with Biden because Biden is not talking about not taxing the rich heavy. Trump is talking about, yo, I'm gonna let the millionaires and everybody else rock, right?
Mm.
The meme was like, Lil Wayne is standing up right now supporting Trump, but he ain't have a problem when, oh wow, I forgot his name. Wow, Cash Money dude. Wow, I can't remember his name right now.
Talking about Lil Wayne?
Huh? Is
What?
the one he was calling his daddy for all those years?
Oh, you're talking about Birdman. Birdman.
Birdman. When Birdman was raping him, it was all right. Birdman was raping him all those years, right? For his money, wouldn't pay him. He had to sue him for some bread and all that.
Uh-huh.
But
That's a fact.
as soon as the white man come along and talking about, don't worry about it, you get to keep your money. You go on air talking about, y'all, I ain't know the situations y'all talking about because I'm rich, bitch. Like, that's what you're saying. I'm rich. But this is the perspective that we spoke about earlier. Not
Some people.
understanding you're in a different tax bracket.
Yep.
Your money's long,
Yeah.
just like 50, just like all those other artists that are out there that are entertainers. They shucking and jiving for these people.
And they don't realize the effect that they have on their fans and other people in communities that look like them. The effect that they have by affiliating themselves with people like this. You know what I mean? And that's why they're doing it. You know what I mean? That's why he's doing it. It's just, baby, it's a photo op. It's it's an opportunity to say, hey, I'm cool and I'm, you know what I mean, I'm down with you, and you know, all of that bullshit, so they can get the vote. You know, but it's all skullduggery, and people just got to be able to recognize. He said it again. But you got to be able to see it for what it is, and not just be um, led by emotion or by, you know, you like this guy, you don't like this guy. You know, it's got to be, you know, you got to really look at the facts, man, and you know, be real, man. Be unbiased is what I'm trying to say.
Right, definitely be unbiased. Like I just, I'm like, at the end of the day, we didn't have a choice of where we came from, right? We was born black. Um, I like that the Latinos were able to really absorb their African heritage, right?
Hold on.
Because now it's the I'm Afro Latino. Like our hair is not straight. Like we got naps just like y'all.
Oh yeah,
We all
believe it.
the same. Like we all the same. Yo, we got raped. We got taken. We got put in situations that we was good plucking off plátanos and making some pollo frito. Like for real, that we good. And then y'all came along and y'all put us in a different situation. But yo, our guest is actually in the building, so I'm gonna actually bring him in
All
so
right.
that we can chop it up and we could talk about this music. So here we go, y'all. The special guest of the evening. I'm not even going to introduce him because I know that I can't introduce him like he can introduce himself, right? Because of course, nobody can introduce you better than you. But I will before you even start speaking, my brother. Right? Could you turn? Because you're on your phone, right?
Yeah.
Turn your joint sideways.
Okay.
Right? We taking it back to the hood. I hold my joint sideways so I blaze different. Right? That's how we doing it, right? Shout out to Jada Kiss for that line. Because Jada Kiss does the best. One of my top 5. Actually, he's one of my top 3.
Me too.
Yeah,
Definitely.
he
Kiss.
yeah, he definitely does it really, really big. And he's just gangster with it. Keep it 100. He always keeps it real. He stays true to himself. So introduce yourself for the people.
All right. So again, my name is Scrooge. I'm coming from Staten Island, New York, Stapleton Projects. Staten Island, stand the fuck up. Guaps, we in the building. How y'all feeling tonight?
That's what's up.
Like I don't even know if I could call you New York though. Like I'm scratching my head
Don't do
on
that. That's
No, here we
exactly
go.
why we here today. That's exactly why we here today. I'm not here for just me. I'm here for my city, because my city don't get the acknowledgement it needs.
Yo,
it's one of the boroughs, baby.
Yeah,
yo,
we
I can
here.
respect
It's a
that.
lot
Yo,
of
Shawn,
talent
what's
out
up?
here too.
Oh, I know
Yo,
that's right.
Shawn, what's up?
I said it's one of the boroughs, man. You can't deny
No,
it.
it is. It is. It is one of the boroughs. Like I'm mad that y'all don't get the respect that y'all should. When it comes
Definitely.
to the borough of Staten Island.
I agree
Like
with you. I'm pissed off.
Yeah.
Like people forget where Wu-Tang came from. People forget where Haas G came from, and all those people from that era came from.
That's a fact. Force
When we
indeed.
when we had the birth of hip hop. Like they forgot. Like I don't even understand why, but when I was a kid, I used to spend a lot of time on the island.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about Long
Okay.
Island. You're talking about Staten Island, right? Long Island
Thank
became
you.
a conversation,
Yeah.
right? When you said the island, it was Staten Island, right?
Yeah.
I seen the Lady of Liberty a lot growing up as a young man.
Oh, you ran
And,
for that ferry a lot too then.
huh?
You ran for that ferry a lot too then.
Of course, that was that. Yo, they closed the gates on you. Like It was blue. Like you couldn't get on it.
Mhm.
It's
You gotta watch that shit float away with everybody else on it. You're like, damn.
right. And you gotta wait a whole next half an hour before you can go back out again.
You're like,
Like,
I knew I could have left earlier.
like, damn it, the damn New York City Transit couldn't get me to the Staten Island. Like, y'all not even connected. It's weird. Y'all not even connected to New York City Transit, right? But Staten Island, the way y'all run it, all y'all peoples that work for the transit system on Staten Island get trained by New York City Transit. It's weird. It's the weirdest thing. They're like, yo, we accept you, but we really not going. We acknowledge you, but we don't really accept you. Y'all got one train line. That's it. That's doo. Y'all got 2 trains that run, probably 3, maybe 4.
It's one train line. It goes, and it don't even cover the whole island. Covers half the island.
They disrespectful out there. And we got all our garbage off to y'all.
On the road, don't think this is us just bashing Staten Island.
We're not bashing. Like, we're stating facts. We're stating facts.
Staten Island. Shouts out to everybody from Staten Island. Good gracious.
Yo, but I love Staten Island. No
lie. Gotta make the man feel at home. You just straight bash Staten Island for about the past 5 minutes.
Nah, he could never bash Staten Island.
Come on, P. God damn. Say something good about Staten Island then.
No, yo, have you ever seen the houses in Staten Island? Have you ever seen the communities in Staten Island? Like, I've been to the only thing I don't like is that y'all don't got enough highways. So if somebody get into an accident on one end of Staten Island, like everybody in traffic forever. I definitely know that. Like, definitely know that. But like one of the first jobs that I got becoming a man, I got in Staten Island. Like, I used to do security at Pergamons when Pergamons still existed. Like, I was a security guard, and then I realized that being
it was like a paint store, right?
It was like the Home Depot before Home Depot was popping.
See, I told you.
Right. So my supervisor told me, no lie, he's like, you're standing at the exit. Don't let nobody come in from the outside through the exit. They have to enter the entrance, right? We have an entrance and we have an exit. I said, okay, all right, no problem. I heard what you said. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to be top flight security right now.
Right.
Before top flight security was a thing. Mm-hmm. And I stopped a Caucasian woman from coming in.
Oh, Lord.
And I was like, yo, you can't come in. You have to come in through the entrance. This is the exit. We can't have you come in here. Blah, 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 XYZ. It was regurgitation of what my supervisor told me. I got fired from location, by the way. And I wasn't allowed to work in the Pergamons ever again after that. So she must have wrote a letter or something, right? She was on her white chick shit before white chicks was a thing. And I got fired from that job. I could not go back to Staten Island. So Staten Island got some power, but Staten Island got some big houses. Staten Island got some communities. Staten Island got a lot of things going on that people don't respect and acknowledge.
It's a lot of things people just don't know about. If you don't have like family or you had a job there, or I don't know if you lived out here before, but it's really not, it's not too many reasons for you to have to be here. Like you said, it's hard to really, it's only one train line. We're not really connected to the city subway. So you got to take that boat or you got to come over that bridge.
Yes, sir. Jamar, you now, correct me if I'm wrong. You do go through Staten Island, like when you coming OT and you coming up off of 95, I believe you can go through the island to get to the borough, to get to Brooklyn.
Yes, the very final bridge will take you to Brooklyn.
Yeah, bong bong. So you know what I'm saying. All the people from the borough was familiar with at least passing through Staten Island. You know what I mean, to take that trip. You feel me? So you know what I mean. If you've done that, then 9 times out of 10 you might have stopped off somewhere. You know what I mean, or you maybe got an acquaintance somewhere and you met somebody from and you experience the island, because that was the only way I experienced it myself. You feel me? And I was living in Brooklyn
Yeah,
most of my life.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
But it's just like anywhere else. Anywhere else you go, it got its good areas, it got its bad areas.
yeah. I guess the masses of your IP sound like you fell over or something. You ain't fall out the chair, did
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm
you?
here. I am here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess the masses are, probably most familiar with the Wu-Tang Clan, and that's what they associate with Staten Island when they hear Staten Island. But like you said earlier, there's a lot of talent in Staten Island that what I'm saying, that's untapped. A lot of people don't know about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, definitely. It's so many talents, so many different avenues of talent. Just even like right now today, there's many different artists on Staten Island. Uh, and I just happen to be I'm one of them. Of course, for yourself, I think I'm the best. I don't care who, if it's a Staten Island artist
As,
or if
as
it's
you
Meek
should.
Mill
Yeah.
or if it's Meek Mill. I feel like I'm the best, and I'm here to represent. Somebody got to do it, and if it's through me, then let it be. I'm gonna hold the door and make sure everybody else get in though.
No,
Uh,
and I'll say this, Scrooge. Like real talk. Um, like your appearance, right? And this is because we keep it real here. Like I'm not. We're not gonna just throw stuff out there just to throw it out there, or anything like that. Um, seeing your visuals, right, and then listening to your music, I was surprised,
Okay.
right? But not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. I will say that I was like, yo, he's not trying to emulate nobody. He's not trying to be like nobody. Like you're being yourself in your music, right?
Yes.
You got your own sound. You got what you got going on, because I believe that I believe the reason behind it is because, like you said, you the best, right? You the best out there on the island. You doing what you do. Can't nobody rock with you. Like, y'all can't hold a candle on me. Hold that down. I got this. Let me know when y'all ready.
Nah. I mean, it's good talents on Staten Island. Don't get me wrong. As an artist, you should feel you the best. Like I don't really care for who's the best. I care for what's going on with me. But I'm gonna say in my opinion, I'm the best. Yes, hell yeah. Ain't nobody fucking with me. I get on the track with you, I'm trying to kill you. So beware at your own
You're
risk.
supposed to do. That's what you
right.
like. That's what you're supposed to do. So,
Or else,
if
why are you doing
I'm
this?
featuring, you might have to rewrite your verse after I send you mine. Right?
Yeah.
That's what you do when you send that feature.
Yes, sir. That's the
And
time we on.
but that's the way it needs to be. You
It's getting
know,
back. It's getting back to that. It's getting back
but
to it.
that's what it needs to be, that because that makes good music, right?
There's a
Pharrell
lane
said
for it.
something, right? Pharrell said something the other day. Well, or when I caught it, it was the other day. It wasn't today or whatever. But he was like, he's like, when you listen to certain music, everything sound the same. He's like, yo, when you listen to Latin music, all Latin music got the same sound, right? All reggae music or dancehall music got the same sound. He's like, but how do you change that? And it has everything to do with the feeling that you put into it. So
Right.
when you sit there and you like, yo, this is me. I'm this artist. This is what I'm putting down on this track. I don't care what beat you put me on or whatever it is or what it sound like. Yo, I'm gonna put everything into this. It
Hmm.
changes the way people perceive something that they probably feel that they heard a million times.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. The music that I liked and loved, I felt the artist. It wasn't because of what they were saying. I could feel it. And
Yeah.
that's where my music, I don't want you to hear me. I want you to feel me.
There you go.
And when you put
That's
them
it.
headphones in and you lock in, you gonna feel me. My
It's a
LB
rap.
Billy Johnson, all 10
Yeah.
tracks. It's different styles. Nothing's the same. Like you said, it's my style on every track, and it's different styles, even down to R&B, rap to
Look,
R&B to that kind of like with the auto tune flow. Everything you name it is there, and every track is tough. Everything is hard.
no, and I can tell you, when I listen to artist music, may it be prior to them coming on or in advance or whatever, before we even book the interview, we sit there and we look for certain things, right? Because as you feel that you the best doing what you do, the spot is untouched. Ain't no doing what we do on the spot. So for you to get on the spot means that like you hit a certain caliber. Like it was like everybody shooting 4.5. We had the 4.6.5. It doesn't even match up to the 4.5. We got the bigger joint, and it's rare. So that's the way we do it. And when listening to your music, it's you have the diversity in your sound, right? With the R&B tracks, with just you doing what you do, and then you being an artist, the visuals that you have for what you have out there, like depict like, yo, this is where I'm from. Yo, I love it, I respect it, and this is me. Love me. What was it? Like me, love me, or leave me alone. Right? That's I think that's the same. I'm probably getting that all twisted up.
Love me, yeah,
Close
And
love me or
enough.
leave me alone. You
yeah,
gotta love me, leave me alone.
right. But it's real. And I think that true artistry comes where you like so many people make music for the masses and they forget why they got into the business to begin with. They
Mhm.
don't even look at, yo, I decided to make music for me. It was my safe place. It was my my serenity. It was my
I
peace.
Hmm.
You know, they forget that, and it's like, well, did you get into making music because you wanted to make money, or did you get into music because you felt you had something to say?
And there's nothing wrong with the money. Don't get it twisted now, but I mean, I think some people let that overshadow the love for the craft and the respect for the craft. Sometimes.
So
Definitely.
let's just pose that question to you, my brother. Like, why did you get into all of this? Was it for the money, or was it for the love, or was it for the craft in itself?
Uh, that's a tough question. You know why?
How
Because
tough could it be? I only
my
gave you three options:
my
A,
first
B, or
love,
C.
because it's a little bit of both. It's a little bit more than one. My first love was really basketball, so music was always just like a sparring thing for fun. And then
Right.
you always got your friends that's like, nah, you really good at this. You need to try it. That's why like I'm actually late. Like I'm late at this. I could have been did this shit, but I just it takes for you to go through things to realize certain things. Like I went through something and realized I had a conversation with my dad years ago because I always try to be creative with things. And one year for like Father's Day, Mother's Day, I made cards and shit from scratch, and I wrote in them. So I write a paragraph just talking about like how you feel, the love and shit. It's different ways to get your love to people and shit. And I guess he must have read it and broke down on his own time, and he's a fucking gangster. Like you feel me? He's a 100% gangster. I'm
Hmm.
talking about real shit. I'll go further into that to make a connection with the Wu Tang, but and he the one that told me like, and it took me years later. He said, "Yo, you got a way with your words. You know how to touch people. The way you write your words, the way you put it, you know how to touch people." And that shit stuck with me. And it took me like maybe the beginning of this year. I said, nah, this is what I want to do. I got to start rapping again. I have my friends backing me up. And it just happened. And I'm going hard. So I'm going to say we all in right now. So it is for the money. We investing everything into me right now. So it is for me. I love it. So I'm taking everything I have and I'm investing myself. But of course, I'm trying to get something out of this. So it
Hey,
is for the money as well. Yes. I
he got a
got
song,
kids I'm trying to feed.
and he has a song called "For the Money."
Yes, sir.
That's a perfect segue right there.
Right.
I,
We got for the money. So let's get into this for the money track real quick, and then when we
hold
come
on,
back,
hold on. I'm getting it.
about it a little more.
I'm getting it. Hold
You got it.
on.
I got it.
Yeah.
Let me know what's going on. But it's
Here we go.
Oh, here we go. So
You want to introduce?
Tap in, y'all.
tap in for introduce it for the people. Introduce yourself. Introduce this track for the people.
Scrooge coming from Staten Island. This track is for the money. 21 Questions Influenced. Enjoy it. Love it.
Gang.
Fuck the other side, give a fuck what they talking about.
Fuck them.
Fuck the other side, give a fuck what they talking about.
It's only us.
Listen, baby, would you ride for me? Would you even have your eyes on me? If it wasn't for money, if it wasn't for the money, let me know if I was broke, would you spend your love me, girl?
Talk to me nice.
Let me know if I was broke, would you invest cash on me, girl? I feel like it's the money. I feel like it's the money. She love them 50s, love them hundreds. Sometimes I feel like it's the money. Could you stand through the storms in the rain? Could you really love me for the love that I bring? All that fake love could be tied with the pain. All that fake love got to charge to the game. Treat you different for the money. Treat you different for the money. They love them 50s, love them hundreds. Treat you different for the money. Would you love me if a nigga worked a 9 to 5? Would you love me if a nigga was your average guy? Simples every day and a nigga wasn't really fly. Trains and buses, no 550 when a nigga slide. What if a nigga didn't bust down his chain? What if a nigga didn't wear the Cardi frame? No ice on his wrist, no ice on his ring. No ice, not even a plain Jane. At times I feel like it's the money. At times I feel like it's the money. She love them 50s, love them hundreds. Sometimes I feel like it's the money. How would you feel if I was still in my mama's house? How would you feel if I was still on my mama's couch? What if I need a place to stay, she wouldn't kick me out? Would this shit be for you? Would you still be down? Could this shit be for you? Would you still be down? Would this shit be for you? Would you still be down? Could this shit be for you? Would you still be down? Would this shit be for you? Would you? At times I feel like it's the money. At times I feel like it's the money. She love them 50s, love them hundreds. Sometimes I feel like it's the money. The closer that we get, I kinda feel like bad influence did it.
Killing me, baby.
I said the closer that we get, I kinda feel like bad influence did it.
Tear me apart.
At times I feel like it's the money. At times I feel like it's the money. She love them 50s, love them hundreds. Sometimes I feel like it's the money. It's money over everything. I'm tired of hurt and pain. Actions that we're putting on these human beings. Fuck the relationship, I'm good with these Benjamins. Fuck the relationship, I'm good with these Benjamins. Fuck the other side, give a fuck what they talking about. Fuck the other side, give a fuck what they talking about. I feel like it's the money.
You already know.
Money. She love them 50 them hundreds.
Yo. You got a lot of love going on over here in the street.
WES Radio. We're like that in the industry.
I know that you see the comments on the bottom of the screen. I know you
What's
see
up,
it.
Sabrina? How you doing? Love you.
Yo, for real. Like, yo, the people's is in.
Yo, so needless to say, sounds like it's all about the money.
Sometimes, not always.
Yo, and Method Man.
No, that's not.
He He was from Long Island, right? So like Method Man, if anybody's seen I forgot what was that what was it, Hulu documentary? I forgot whatever
The
that documentary
The Wu
was.
Tang classic.
The Wu-Tang joint, but it was a documentary. I
Oh,
think it
Mike
was on
and Men. That's it.
I haven't seen the
Method Man was from
documentary.
Long Island,
Mike,
and then
Mike and Men. That's it.
he got deported. Like he was deported. Like he was like, yo, we got to send you to Staten Island. But that's why I don't even understand the situation when it comes to that. Long Island deport people to Staten Island, but as far
I
as
don't know
your
how they
music,
could do that. We more lit than them.
it's crazy because no, but for real though, I will tell you, right? I learned a lot of things like outside of what I've learned from my pops. I learned from my cousin from the island, and
Okay.
when I say from the island, I'm talking about Staten Island. So, like to me, that's the island. Like I don't know about Long Island. Long Island was never like one of those things that I paid attention to. Like the island was always Staten Island.
Same for me.
So I learned so much from the way y'all moved, from the way y'all did things. Um, that Wu-Tang documentary really put me on to a lot of things. My cousin, I'm a big dude. My cousin make me look small. Trust and believe. Like I look anorexic compared to my cousin.
Wow.
He towers me. I'm afraid of him. By the way, but real talk. But that's real. That like is keeping it 100.
Well, first, I just wanted to say before you proceed, Scrooge, that the track, yeah, man, yeah, official, man. Got to throw you the salute for that, man. For sure.
Thank you.
What you talk about on the track is 100% official. Right?
Thank you.
Because
we need the money. Gotta have the money.
Right.
Yeah.
But certain people only rock with you for certain situations. Right. That's what I took from. I don't know if that's what you was trying to depict for the people, but what I took from it, right? Because it's perception. Perception is reality for the individual. And it's like, yo, the 50 and the 100s, like that's what certain people look for.
That's a
Looking
fact.
for those blue faces. Right? They looking for that.
It's like I want her to be here for me, but I know she really in love with this paper. The shit that I'm carrying. Yeah.
Exactly.
So how do you combat being an artist, being what you do, and giving your efforts, right? How do you combat that, right? Because you came out with a track talking about it, so I know it resonated with you. That whole topic resonates with you.
I feel like the topic was, I was more like influenced by 21 Questions. I feel like we haven't had no type of song like that, and it's always a great song because every dog has his day. It comes a day where you come to a lump sum of money and you feel like you up or you whatever, and you see the difference of how people may treat you or be around you, how they act, or a person that never asked you for money in your life find out you got a little money, yo, you got $20, like shit like that. It'd be weird. It just people start acting weird. They find out you got a little bit of money, and it might not be much, but you know.
He never lied.
I think it's crazy that you say that because my homie Desi Stone from Brooklyn, she had posted something earlier today, about something similar to 21 Questions, right? So it was. I'm trying to pull it up right now.
I'm gonna be honest with you. While you're looking for that, usually I hate auto tune. I immediately dismiss it. You know what I mean? Like it's all like, oh, here we go again. Like, but with you, with that song right there, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was vibing with it. It wasn't, it wasn't a thorn in my foot. I was vibing with it. You made it work.
Let me tell you what's crazy. When I first wrote this song, I wanted to give it away.
Right.
I said, this is not for me. This is not my style. And then I'm like, nah, I like this shit. I can't give this shit away. Like, I'm crazy. I'm trying to get rich. Like,
No
once I
doubt.
noticed we could talk about shit like that. So I went in the
Yeah.
studio. I tried it. The first time I
Yeah.
tried it, I hated it, and I said,
Yeah.
"Nah, I gotta go back because I didn't understand the auto tune. Because
Yeah.
I'm new to this. I literally
Uh-huh.
this year, January 31st. I said this is
Yeah.
what I'm doing.
Right.
So I'm kind of
Wow.
new to this.
Yeah.
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 So I recorded before, but on MacBooks. Me and my
Yeah.
man, my right hand, we was playing with the music. But I never really went into a real studio. So this is my first time now doing all this studio stuff, and I'm
Wow.
getting acquainted with it now.
Wow. Well, shit. I can't wait to hear what you come up with after you've been in it for a little minute because, man, you couldn't tell me that somebody who just started in January, February made that track right there. You feel me?
Thank you.
How much? So how much?
I'm a go ahead.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I want to cut you off. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna say I just started,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna say I'm a student of the game. Like when I was going to school, high school, it was like Pat Pools, it was G Unit, Joel Santana was heavy for me, one of my favorites. Styles P,
Shouts out to
Jadakiss,
home.
like so. And when I'm not just listening and yelling their lyrics. Lil Wayne had it for a little minute too. I'm dissecting
Yeah.
their bars. I'm
Yeah.
dissecting it. What makes the
Yeah.
perfect song to me? It was like
Yeah.
Cassidy. I like Cassidy, but his flow wasn't always like what makes the perfect song. Sometimes it can
Right.
get by, and that's
Yeah.
kind of where I'm at. I'm trying to construct songs. I don't care about trying to put on for my hood. I'm trying to make songs that's gonna
Yeah.
connect with people of all different races everywhere throughout the whole world.
No
I'm trying to
doubt.
do that. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to really put myself out there.
That's the formula, baby. You got to put it into you got to speak it into existence first. You feel me?
Yo,
Yes,
I
sir.
don't even think I could find Dizzy Storm joint, but it was a 21 questions reference that had to
Uh,
do if I could I can't even do it verbatim because I can't even pull up the joint, but it was like, yo, could I count on you mentally? Right. So when 50 Cent picked up the phone and he was calling his shorty,
uh,
and it was like, yo, could I count on you mentally? So, we deal with so many women that always focus on money and all that. But as a man, no lie, right? And I could be wrong. I could be wrong. This is what I look for. This is what I look for when I'm finding when I'm finding the person I'm with. Like, yo, I need you to be the shoulder I could cry on when I'm fucked up. Right. So like it's not all about the 50s and the hundreds, all the blue faces and me popping bottles and the glitz and the glamour. But I need to know, yo, if I'm messed up, like we could sit down and we could talk. And that joint like reminded me of that for real. Like it took me to that place because there's so many people that are just looking for those benefits, right? They looking
Mm-hmm.
for they looking to benefit off your hard work. But it's like, yo, if I was really messed up, like if I didn't have that, like you even rock with me, would we even be talking right now?
uh,
We all seen tables turn. Everybody done sat at a table that wasn't as cool, and then circumstances change, and now the people that wasn't talking to you is now talking to you, or the female that wouldn't really look at you wants to. Life be weird, and
She
me
talking about
growing up, I was never one of those people. If you was cool, I chopped it with you. If you was a cornball, if I knew you, I network, and that's one thing I've been good at my whole life. Network.
no, but the crazy part is, yo, the vibe that I get from Scrooge, and I guess we're gonna ask the question, how the hell the whole Scrooge name came about. But before we even get into that, like really analyzing things, like when you doing what you do, and like you a real person, like you doing what you do, and you keeping it genuine. It doesn't matter the situation you came from or what you got to offer. It's like, yo, if I rock with you, I rock with you.
Yes, sir.
And that's just what I get from you. I could be 110% wrong, but I'm really never that wrong.
Nah, you
I I
on to
tell you,
something.
love when you think you in love, right? Or you think you love someone or something, like it clouds your judgment. I've been in those situations, but when it comes to this music, when it comes to individuals that are really doing what they do and they vibing out, and it's like, yo, nah, this is me. Like you said, like, yo, I was gonna get this whole joint away, and then you like, nah, yo, you know what? This is like you vibed with it because you put, regardless of how you wasn't feeling the auto tunes, right? If we just focus on the auto tunes aspect, you still put you in that track. Like that was you. Like you was talking your truth. So I always appreciate the artists that can sit there. It doesn't matter what situation they get in. They're like, yo, I need you to sit there and scream on a track because it's a rock track or whatever it is, but you still put you in it, right? You never lose
Yeah.
you, right?
No matter.
That's
I'ma always come with my style.
right. And that's what I believe music is. I've spoken to artists. I can't even tell you how many artists I've spoken to since I started. And and those that resonate, like really leave that impact, are those that's like, yo, I gotta put me in that. It's yo, like me or leave me alone, or love me or leave me alone, right? It's just whatever it is. Like you either gonna do one or the other, but I'm always gonna be me, right? Ice
Yes.
Cube never changed who he was. Ice T never changed who he was. That that motherfucker was selling vagina before we could even think about selling vagina.
Damn right before we came out of vagina. Damn near.
Right. Before we even was born, he was already selling it. And he's like, yo, I'm a pimp. He never said it out loud.
Man, a minute he had a perm and everything. You see, we got the pictures.
For real. So it's one of those things. It's like, yo, I'm gonna stay true to me. And that's why he could be on the screen today in whatever element that he's in and still be relevant. Resonate with people. They're like, oh, that's
That's
Ice.
Ice Cube. He's a household name.
Like, oh my gosh.
No, but you got to personalize it, man. You got to put your, like you said, you got to put yourself in it. You got to put your personal stamp on it, you know, so that the people and your fans can rock with you, man. That's important. But you know, I think what's also important is, and it's you know, I see it in you already because you mentioned it earlier, is a healthy respect for the bars. You know what I mean, and the quality of the music that you're putting out there, because you know it's not just about, you know, making a good song too. Sometimes I mean you got to have some substance, you know, a little bit of substance. I mean, give us something.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Don't just bounce. Don't just have to bounce and don't be saying shit. You know. So it's refreshing when I see other artists, you know, take that into consideration when they creating and they coming up with these, you know, with these masterpieces, man. That's, you know, that's so also important, and that's one of the elements here that we celebrate at the spot is bars. So when you mentioned that earlier, you know, just, you know, it just brought a smile to my face. You can't see it, but yeah, I was definitely smiling.
Yeah, definitely. That's important. And with me, I don't want to just get on the track. Like I don't want to never just say I'm trying to do something to get it done with. I'm trying to
Right.
make it feel. I want it to feel complete. Like my song off my LP, my favorite song, Always Us. And
Yeah.
even for the money, I went into each song. After I do them, I go home, I listen to them, and I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, what could I do to make it sound better, or what
Right.
could I replace that sounds better? Like, you know,
Yeah.
because it's, you could say everything a million ways, but it's always how you say it. So
That's right.
it's how will people perceive this, and that's
Hmm.
how I always like my song Always Us. I came off strong and I finished weak, and I went back in and cleaned it up to finish off a little strong or stronger than I did prior. and I
Yeah.
end up loving. Now it's my favorite one of the whole project.
See that?
So yeah. So I'm very big on trying to give the people good content.
Yeah.
Not just bullshit, or not just here. Let me say this, or this is what Fabio's doing. Let me copy
Right. This is
Fabio.
what's popping right now.
I
Right.
can't.
Right.
Yeah, I don't write like him. And even if I did try to do his style, you gonna still get me in that style. But I can't. I gotta put my spin on it. No matter how the beat sound, it gotta have my spin and my feel to it. Or it's just not. I might have to miss it if not. But more than likely, I'm gonna make sure I could get something on there.
Respected, real. Respected. Like I said, and this might be a little repetitive, but you'll stay true to you. Do what you need to do, handle your business, and it's always going to be what it's going to be.
We
So what should
bringing
I?
bars back.
What should I play? What should I play next? Should I play Always Up,
no,
or should I play Fell for You?
We can
we
end
gonna
with
let him
always
pick it.
us. Let's do Fell for You. I actually got a Staten Island artist on this track with me. I wrote the track though, but she's a great singer. She got nice vocals. I handpicked her. She was good for this. Her style, Gene Aiko type of style. Let's get into it. Fell for You. Scrooge and Be Free.
He made sure.
You got it queued up.
You see, yeah, I got a cue to you. See, he made sure he threw that in there. I handpicked her.
Yeah, I listen. I know, because a lot of people, when they putting music out, you gotta. I really go and I listen. Like I see, they tag everybody, whatever. I go and I listen, and I listen to their sound, and I'm like, oh, all right, this is something that I could rock with. I listened to a few of her songs, and I'm like, nah, she's good. She could sing, and she actually, when you listening, she's good. But I just happened to write this. And as I was writing it, I'm like, it's gonna sound better with a girl, from a girl's point of view. And I needed a girl. And plus it was a little singing in there and stuff.
Yeah. Here we go.
All right, let's do it.
Fell for You, Scrooge and Be Free.
Yeah.
You tell me I'm different. You showed me the difference. Time, perseverance, commitment. Love can be authentic. I fell for you. I fell for you. I fell for you. I fell for you. California, boy, you kept me on a pedestal. Head over hills, I just can't get enough of you. Dressing in the skies, feeling like I'm walking on the moon. I was just forever, I could see it slowly jump the road. Love, can you feel it? It's my heart, please conceal it. Protect my feelings, chill my thoughts. A cold world, but you are mine and I am yours. We done stood up in the rain, with our backs against the wall. Now the sun is shining on us, haters, we gon' piss them off. I was with you when you lost, I was with you through it all. And I'm still here with you now, we seeing through the fog. His and hers in the garage, his and hers on the pause. If we did it anyway, the only way was living large. Now I'm falling hard, I push and drop it down a guard. Feeling funny, feeling different, you the piece that I was missing. I fell for you. I fell for you. I fell for you. I fell for you.
Use this one.
Heart to heart, it ain't my fault. The way you walk, the way you talk. Heart to heart, it ain't my fault. The way you walk, the way you talk. I fell for you. I fell for you.
You my most precious gift, love with your soft skin. Every time I kiss your lips, I see sparks spin.
Every time I touch your hands, feeling butterflies. I can see forever love looking in your eyes. Never had a better love. We got endless times. She certified. Ain't another bitch that's down to ride. You the perfect match right by my side. She was there nice that might have left a nigga traumatized. You and I, you and I, you and I. To love and cherish rich or poor. You and I. Until death do us part. You and I. It's just us, you and I.
Like I said, get used to
Hearts are hard. It ain't my fault. The way you walk, the way you talk. Our hearts are hard. It ain't my fault. The way you walk, the way you talk.
Man, Scrooge.
Yeah.
You got one there, buddy. You got one there, brother.
Yo, that's my favorite. I'm not gonna always that's my favorite, but that's my favorite. Like I listened to that
Brother,
shit 1,000 times.
that's problems right there. You understand what I'm saying? I feel what you're saying about the little shorty with the Janae Aiko vibe. That's exactly like on point. Like you hit it right on the head, bro. I gotta tell you, you already know.
That's what I said. I said, damn, I can't get Gene Aiko. I got Be Free.
Yep, straight up. Next thing, straight up. Be Free. Shouts out to Be Free. She did a damn thug fizzle on that. Smash.
Yo,
Smash, my G. Smash.
Yo, for real. Okay. Oh, I hold up. Wait.
I don't even know how I got that. I don't even know how I got that from that. I was listening to J. Cole.
Yeah.
You know, that's J. Cole snoring a bluff. I was listening to J. Cole. I'm like, damn, he going stupid on this shit. I don't know how I got like an R&B vibe from it, but it just came. And once it came,
that's how it comes. That's how it is.
And that's what's crazy because I'm like, damn, I want her to do this, but I'm like, I can't because I only had her. I had like 2 minutes on the track. It was just her up to a heart's a heart. It ain't my fault. I was stuck there. I'm like, I can't just give this shit away. Like it's crazy. I'll be ready to give music away. But I'm like, nah, I gotta jump on this, and I end up writing a verse, and I that's when I contacted her. I sent her the song, I'm singing it and shit. I said, please excuse my vocals, but if you can hear the song, you know you gonna love this song. And she listened. She said, nah, I love it. Let's do it. Shout out to Be Free. Shout out,
man.
Yo, shout out to her.
Out of here. Yo, when you getting your Grammy, my G, just make sure you mention WEMS radio and you know what I'm saying, the whole platform. Just give us that shout, my G. Do that for your boy. You feel me?
Y'all gonna get more than a shout. We gonna do a live person interview.
You about to be
more than a shout.
Out of here.
For real, because we got some spots opening up. You on the island, but the next joint.
Y'all in New York, right?
Yes, sir.
We in New York. But right now, because of COVID, like we can't even do what we need to do.
In the back cave. We in the back cave right now.
Yeah, we in the back cave. So the where we could do what we need to do is going to be closest is in Baltimore. Right, that whole studio is under construction right now, and then we got the next joint in Atlanta right now, out in Georgia. So we got a lot of things going on right now, but
Atlanta's where it's at.
Yo, the vibe that I got, no lie, and I always take it back to you take it back to what you know, and it was Mary J. Blige and Meth, like the all I need to get by type joint.
That Mary J. Blige programmed in the back of my head. I without me knowing, my mom's had it on spin just over and over and over. It's programmed. So
It's how you hardwired.
And that track showed it. it showed it because it was the blends of that whole situation. If we go back to All I Need, right? She had the harmony.
Like sweet
You had,
morning dew.
you had Meth doing what he was doing, and he was like, "Yo, like you all that I need, shorty. I'm there for you." Like it was just, it was a lot of that. It was the hip hop rap game meets the R&B world, the sultry voices to the hard. I really shouldn't be expressing my emotions right now, but I'm doing it. And
Yeah,
like
true.
and that's what it is. Like if you really think about it, right? Because
On the sensitivity.
right, you throw a little bit of sensitivity out there, especially when you sitting there, you putting out those bars. It's like
Yeah.
it captures an audience that is like, oh my goodness, he's vulnerable. Like
Getting
somebody
that radio audience. That motherfucker bag. We know, goddamn it. We know, goddamn it.
God.
like for real,
Yo,
no
Scrooge,
lie.
why you come up with the name Scrooge before we run out of time and shit?
Okay. So my name is Billy Johnson. I'm the
Right.
third Billy Johnson named after my pops. Real quick before, so back to that. If you go Wu-Tang, Cash Still Rules, Ghostface verse, you'll see he quoted Billy Johnson. He was talking about my father. So that's what I was gonna say. The connection. My father is a real life OG out here in Staten Island. He made Billy Johnson legendary. I named the
Wow.
LP Billy Johnson because
Yeah.
I'm gonna make the name legendary worldwide. Right now, Staten Island is known.
Wow.
Worldwide is what we're looking for.
Yeah.
The name Scrooge is because I was Billy. From Billy, I always was Bills.
Uh-huh.
Ever since I could get a job, ever since I could hustle, I
Right.
graduated. I made it to Scrooge. I was
Right.
always tight with my shit too. I knew how to manage my
Like
money. I was Scrooge.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, sir. So I graduated to Scrooge, and it stuck with me.
But you ain't got no beef with Christmas and none of that shit.
Nah, none of that. None of that.
That's
Scrooge love
what's
kids. They love Christmas.
But it
No,
just,
that's what's up. That's what's up, man. You got the ear, brother, and yeah, you definitely heading in the right direction. I don't give a damn how fresh you are, as fresh as as long as as far as your growth and everything, your progression. You know what I'm saying? It's only gonna get better, man. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
Sky's the
you.
limit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
I don't even know what's going on right now, but shout out to your peoples.
Yo,
Ma, I
make
love
sure
you,
you
Ma.
writing it up. Yo, make sure you give your social before you bounce. Make sure you give them your social. Everybody know where to find you. Get your music, all of that.
Oh yeah. You can find me on Facebook at Billy Johnson. You can find me on Instagram at Young Mr. Scrooge. YUNG_MR_Scrooge. SCROOGE. I got my YouTube page up. That's Mr. Scrooge, I believe. Just type in Billy Johnson and you'll find my picture, my cover art. It'll be a picture of me and my pops on the cover art. Rest in peace, Billy Johnson. I love you, Ma. LB Wade, I love y'all. Goo Wop, we here. Staten Island, stand the fuck up, Stapleton. I ain't gonna let y'all down. I'm standing on this shit.
Black family, salute.
Yo, for real, like we gotta appreciate all that.
Gotta support each other, man. Gotta push each other up, not tear each other down. Salute.
Yo, for real, and
That's what I'm big on.
we were talking. I look up, and we got 15 comments. Like I'm like, I don't even know what's going on right now. So, shout out to Dollar Party. Shout out to
I love y'all.
Shawn, shout out to everybody.
Shout out to Aunt Sabrina. She's lighting it up.
Aunt Sabrina,
for real. Yo,
Andrea, good looks, love y'all, love, job.
Like, could I be your nephew too, so you can send me some love? Like, I don't think any of my aunts ever showed me that much love. For real,
Auntie Sabrina, designer. I have her send you a little jacket or something, man. She know how to put that stuff together.
Yo,
money.
That's what we do here. Like it's we support people. and it's real talk. It's not even a game.
Yeah.
But we almost out of show. P Money, give him your social so we can. You know what I'm saying?
You already know, man. It's
Ride
your
off
boy,
into the sunset.
that's PROFIT_radio_NY. Real talk. Make sure you follow WEMS_radio. Follow WEMS South. Right? We're just going to do the South. WEMS South. No underscores. Nothing. That's just what it is. Yo, the WEMS East page is coming very, very soon. Real talk.
All right. P Money, nice off the brown. And of course, you know it's your boy Shawn Recognized. You can find me on the ground as DJ Shawn Recognized, DJ SHAWNRECOGNIZE. And you can also find me on Twitter as DJ Shawn Rec for sure, DJ SHAWNREC, but only my friends call me Rec, so you better recognize.
Gang, yo, and one more time before we get out of here, Scrooge. Yo, give me
Scrooge, salute.
Yo. Yeah, so look, what y'all want me to introduce the last single? Or y'all got time to throw that on there?
We don't know what we throw on.
Like we probably got like
us.
Minutes. So what we got?
We could go out to Always Us. You want to do that?
Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
Always Us about to take over the country. You hear? Always Us by Scrooge. This shit about to take over the whole country. You already know. See the crown, D&G dripping stands for doing good. Always Us. We out and over.
It's not a game, y'all.
Here we go, y'all.
Always Us. Never them. Stapleton shit. Fifth Ave
salute to everybody in Staten Island.
First class flying. Never them. Farm whip driving. Scrooge. Bad bitch fucking. It was always us, nigga, it was never them. Fleet. It was always us, nigga, it was never them. It was always us, nigga, it was never them. It was always us, nigga, it was never them. Thrown in that water, we ain't even learn to swim. We was trying to get some Jews along the way, learn some gym. It was always us, nigga, it was never them. It was always us, nigga, it was never them. The bitches fuck with you when you stuntin' in the bin. 42 get popped in every club that we in. Campaign spilling, looking like we fucking champions. It was always us, nigga, it was never them. It was always us, nigga, it was never them. Pounds of that shit, niggas had it shipping in. We was writing scripts and prescribing all the tens. It was always us, nigga, it was never them. It was always us, nigga, it was never them. Most my niggas brothers, I don't really do no friends. We on the block looking like Skittles and M&Ms. Most you niggas carrying traits that's feminine. Jealousy and hate, that's a cancer. Diamonds black and white, frozen like a panda. Stones wildin' in them like they throwing a tantrum. See them in the dark, shit glow like a lantern. Anytime they went left, niggas was going right. How easy you could get left if niggas ain't moving right. The worst living from check to check, your money tight. Now I could touch down and take off the same night. Bitch, this bullshit. Bitch, get off this. Proceed with caution. The flow so flawless. Remember cold nights, I would pray for all this. I remember kicking down doors, we ain't waiting for nothing. New York City need this, what you hating for nothing? Against all odds, we gon' hustle like the third string. Even when we up, we still grinding like we hurting. No getting comfortable, the only way for us is up. Free my nigga Thought, free my buzzin' Larry Love. It was never them, nigga, it was always us. It was never them, nigga, it was always us. It was never them, nigga, it was always us. Y'all know what the fuck we doing? Y'all heard about it? Whatever the fuck we wanna do. Different cities, different states. We in and out them stores, y'all cyber surfing on. We next to the models, y'all following. They fuck with us, they jacking out shit. But anywhere we went, the bitches jacking out shit. They gravitated towards us. Like fucking magnets. We look like money, we smell like money. We walk and talk that shit. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Get out of here.
How you do it?
Yo,
you have to beat it.
Me, y'all.
Salute.
You had to do it.
Don't forget it.